Welcome. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at all of the cars added to Gran Turismo 7 with update 1.54, and I'm going to be ranking them from my least favorite to favorite. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. So starting off with my least favorite from this update has to be the Porsche Mission X. The addition of this vehicle, it's almost a Vision GT of this update. With it being a concept car, you can do no modifications to this vehicle. When it comes to upgrades, the only upgrade you can do is tire compounds, and that's the problem because this vehicle is a challenge to drive. The thing is, with it being all electric, 1300 horsepower going to the rear wheels, it lights up the rear wheels. Then when it comes to going around corners, it frankly doesn't want to go around corners. This vehicle is not an enjoyable experience, and it's more of a job to actually get it to go around the circuit than an actual enjoyable experience. Now for me, I don't like that. I want to jump into a car, have fun, understand it fast lap times if you want to really focus, but with this vehicle there really is no way to have that much fun in it, because either the car's understeering, it doesn't want to turn, or you come out of a corner and you find yourself backwards because you got on the accelerator a bit too hard. Because that's the thing with this car, the minute you go full throttle, it lights up the rear wheels, and yeah, that's you won. But I will say this, once it gets going and it's on a straight line, this car is fast. However, the top speed isn't really high because once again, it's an EV vehicle. So for 1 million credits, I would frankly not spend 1 million credits because I'm not gonna touch this car again. I'm not gonna drive it again. I don't see a reason to drive this vehicle again, and because of that, I'm setting this at the lowest, or my least favorite from the updates. I genuinely did not have fun with the Porsche Mission X, and yeah, don't get this car. Don't get this car. It's not grand at all. Next up, we have the Suzuki Jimny Sierra. Now the thing is, with this vehicle, why it's so low on the list is due to the fact of it's like the other Suzuki Jimny that we have in the game, but it's just faster. Understand, yes, it can produce 600 horsepower, and once its engine swapped and fully upgraded, this vehicle is rapid, but the similarities to the other Jimny we already have in the game cannot be ignored. Whether it's just the styling, but the handling of the Jimny is the same. It doesn't really feel that drastic. Actually, you know what? With some tuning, I was able to get the Jimny to be a bit more stable compared to the previous Jimny, but still, the Jimny is not the fastest thing out there. Yes, it's fast on-road and off-road, but to a certain extent. I don't see this being a very competitive vehicle and you running around and making it a top challenger or a vehicle that's really gonna wow you. So for that reason, the Suzuki Jimny Sierra is gonna be in 4th place on the list, because frankly I don't see how adding this vehicle, okay, no, I see that adding this vehicle did not have that big of an impact on my experience or have any moments that I'm really gonna remember from driving it, experiencing. Will I use this car again? Probably. If there is a Jimny event that comes up, I will dive into this vehicle, but other than that, I don't see myself jumping back into the Jimny Sierra. So with that, that is why it is 4th on my list. Now in 3rd place, we have the Ford Escort RS Cosworth. Now I know a lot of people are gonna be a bit upset about this, because this is a car that they've wanted in the game for a very long time. For me, having an unbiased opinion, this vehicle is honestly kind of mid. I know. My bad. But look, 147,100 horsepower. Standard, it's good. It's okay for a vehicle of its time frame era. Understand the history and all behind it, but the history is what inflates it and really makes everyone want to be like, yes, we need the Escorts. So you're paying for a bit more of racing pedigree than the actual driving experience. Now, what really let me down with the Escort RS was the fact that when it's fully upgraded, it doesn't even produce 500 horsepower. Yes, the vehicle is really lightweight, but I was waiting for the vehicle to hit 500 horsepower to just give it a bit more oomph, and that's what I would love to see the RS Cosworth gets. So I hope that the vehicle gets an engine swap in an upcoming update to just give it a bit more, grunt, because that's all that the Escort's missing. I mean, it has decent downforce, could be better, and it has upgrades, modification, it has supporting parts, all-wheel drive. If we get a Group 3 engine swap for it, this is going to be an absolute meta vehicle for grinding and just money making, which will make me use this vehicle a lot more. But until they do that, I don't really see myself running to try the Escorts again. Yes, it was fun, I had my time with it, but there is no usability behind it. So that's a bit of a iffy one. And second up has to be the Mercedes-Benz W196R. Now, this vehicle is second on my list because unlike the previous vehicles, I can see myself using this vehicle again, especially for money grinding. This vehicle, fully upgraded, racing soft tires, is an absolute monster around the WTC 700. This vehicle is sitting sub 4 minute laps. It has great fuel consumption and it does over 300 kilometers per hour. It's an absolute weapon. It's a retro F1 vehicle. I mean, it's from 1955. It has great handling once you get used to it, because it is a bit of a trial and error phase at first, but once you start understanding when you need to turn in, how the vehicle responds to actions, well, then you are going to be locked in. As I said, you can set sub 4 minute laps around them one, and it's just a fast vehicle and it's a fun one. The only problem with this vehicle, it's 20 million credits. So once you purchase it, you are gonna have to spend a lot of time grinding to get their money back. So I'm so thankful that we can actually use the vehicle for money grinding in order to just, well, get our monies back, to get our money's worth out of the vehicle. But honestly, the Mercedes-Benz W196R from 1955 is a fantastic addition. I love it. It's really good. The only reason it's not in first place has to be due to the fact of it costs 20 million. Understand, yes, the racing history, the pedigree behind it and all, but even a 10 million would have sufficed. 20 million make it the most expensive DLC car added. Is just absolutely crazy. And lastly, my favorite car from update 1.54 is the Porsche 911 Turbo S. And the thing is, with this vehicle being my favorite, it still has its problems. This vehicle, when it comes to handling, it's not the best. But most Porsches in this game, they aren't the best. I don't know what it is, but Porsche handling, it's not grand. But this vehicle is extremely fast. It's extremely stable. You can set consistent lap times. It's fun. You can get this thing to go sideways. It goes on road. It goes fast on road. It goes fast off road. Whatever you want the vehicle to do, it can do exactly that. Once fully upgraded, produces over 1,000 horsepower going to all four wheels. It only weighs like 1,200 kgs if I'm not mistaken, which is extremely lightweight for the amount of power the car pushes out. It's just absolutely insane, and I love every moment of it. I love everything about it. It's so much fun to drive. As I said, you can throw some rallies, you can throw some dirt tires on it, take it off-road if you like. You can just have such a blast with this Porsche 911 Turbo S, and the fact that it beats out the Porsche 911 GT3 RS, which in my eyes was the best driving Porsche in the game. Just goes to show you how good this 911 is. So if you haven't tried out this 911, you need to try it out. Genuinely, this is the one vehicle I can highly recommend, and if I'm not mistaken, this vehicle only comes in at a price of what, 300,000 credits, which is affordable. Okay, 300,000 credits is a lot for someone starting out, but still, it's not $500,000, it's not $1 million credits. 300,000 credits is just truly, it's beautiful. The fact that the Porsche's 300,000 credits in this update is better than the one that costs 1 million. I don't know, that just goes to show something, that modifications are important. But hey, that's my list of the favorite cars added to Gran Turismo 7 with update 1.54. Let me know your thoughts of my list. What's your list in the comment section? Which ones you would swap around? I don't know. Let's just talk about it in the comment section. And with this being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.